Let's take a look at the lineup that Jeremy Hall sends out today. Alex Smurr, a first-team goalkeeper, making his 6th appearance of the season, 5th start of the year for the second team. You look at this back three, if you add the wing backs as well, 3 of the potential back 5 are academy players. So it is a young team defensively for Minnesota United. 2, it's a midfield that is led by Rory O'Driscoll, the captain today, and a team that had loaned out Patrick Weah, the leading goal scorer. You ask who can step up and score some goals. Jordan Adebayo-Smith coming down from the first team. Another start for him, somebody who has 1 goal this season in 8 appearances today, making his 9th start of the season alongside Darius Randall, an academy player who is an all-star in MLS Next. Meanwhile, for St. Louis City 2, 3 changes to the starting 11 from last match for headman Bobby Murphy. Nick Bishop gets the start in net, his 9th start of the season. And we are underway, this Western Conference meeting. St. Louis City, Minnesota United, here on MLSNextPro.com. Early on, it's Betcher tapping ahead for Joyner, who lost it. It's a City 2 side that is very dangerous in its press and its counter-press. Something that Jeremy Hall emphasized earlier this week in her phone call. He said, we cannot have mistakes. They jump on those mistakes. We have to limit those mistakes. Mateo Kidd slips it ahead. Here's Joyner. Oh, so dangerous. Joyner! Just wide. Kidd hustles after it. Aaron header. Kidd leaves it over for Joyner. It's Joyner again with space! This time wide to the right. That combination continues to link up. Again, it's Kidd able to win the loose ball. And Joyner, who missed it just inches to the left earlier in this match, places it a bit wide right. O'Driscoll's ball towards the back post, snapped out of there. And a foul as well. Will be a free kick for the visitors. And again, Bobby Murphy emphasizing the need for them to be better with the ball. He looked back at that Houston draw, and he said to his guys, listen, I don't fault your work ethic whatsoever, but when you do win the ball, you have to reward yourself with the ball. You cannot have the unforced turnovers that they had. And of course, one of the big storylines for them, similar to Minnesota, just the player movement, and that's been something that all of these managers have had to deal with, of course. But a slew of players making their way to the first team from City 2. As Armstrong makes his way ahead, and it's well defended by Anderson Ferris. Now lifted long, Adebayo-Smith in behind. Adebayo-Smith skips it wide. Here is Armstrong. Plenty of green to work with. The speedy Darius Randall able to cut off his angle quickly. Antwi's feed. Intercepted. Here comes Fisher. Working inside. Leaves it off. Adebayo-Smith turned away. Nick Bishop, the rejection. Fisher tries to strike, not the best hit ball. McRobb keeps it forward. Ferris now steps into space. Ferris uncorks off of Antwi. Kid volleys away, as does Joyner. Again, one of those quality moments for the home side. And once more, it's Jordan Adebayo-Smith on the doorstep of breaking things open in this first half. Here's Ferris, green to work with. Good sign to see for them, a guy who's been a reliable starter this year. And there is the halftime whistle. We played 53 minutes. Despite that, still third in the West, and a win would move them into second place in the West. Meanwhile, for Minnesota United, picking up a result in 3 of the last 4, looking to continue this run. And that trio, Kid backs off, so the duo of Joyner and Kojima stand over it. It is Joyner, and Smur with the save, his first save of the afternoon. Minnesota looking to get something going for the first time this half. Davis upended, a quick restart. Here's Adebayo Smith. Fisher now. Curls one in, takes a deflection. Headed away as Kojima rolls forward. McSorley at the controls. Tries to lift it down the pitch. Cruz on the intercept. Really lost it, courtesy of McSorley. They play on as Betcher surges. Betcher leaves it for Joyner! Turned away, and it's tapped in! Ryan Betcher makes it 1-0, St. Louis City. Betcher, so unselfish. He sees Mowing commit, leaves it off for Joyner, and then Betcher rewarded himself. It's parried away by Smur. Randall goes to work. Randall tried to equalize off the back of Antwi. Good step to break things up. That takes a deflection and makes its way wide. Will be a corner kick. Things really picking up in the early minutes of this second half. Let's get one more look at it. It's Rory O'Driscoll who said, why not? O'Driscoll pops this in. Far post, headed central, still in the area, lifted off the goal line. It's McKenna. Popped right back into the mixer and into side netting. Gabriel McKenna, the captain, turning away a prime goal-scoring opportunity. And watch him just lift it away. There's a reason why he's played the full 90 the last 7 matches. He's been reliable at center back. That's one of the areas that this St. Louis City team has been decimated by just roster movement up to the first team. And that back line has been torn apart, but has been solidified in terms of players seeing more regular minutes. That being said, during this winless streak, having conceded 9 goals, uncharacteristic. Over the last 4 during this winless streak. With some quality defending today. Armstrong toes the touch line. Dita Armstrong turns the corner and wins a corner. Armstrong, another player starting to see more minutes as of late. This is his 3rd start of the season. He's been active, pushing forward from the back. And Kojima makes his way to the flag. Ball in from Kojima. And contact in the area warrants the whistle. A poor giveaway. Joyner picks it up. Joyner hits it from distance. And Smur makes his 2nd save of the half. That's where City 2 can be so dangerous, these giveaways, when it starts to extend the press. Again, able to win it back, though. A whistle will keep it with Minnesota, but that's the area that Jeremy Hall said he really emphasized with his team. They cannot make those mistakes because City 2 will jump on the change of possession. And clearly a shove as Pierce takes a tumble. Cruz went airborne, sacrificing his body to win that ball. Kajima dashes, and as it whisked away, then regains possession and maneuvers his way free. It's Jose Kajima, first round pick in this year's Super Draft, leaves it off for Kidd, rolls forward for McSorley, another first year pro. McSorley back to the middle towards Kidd, headed by Joyner, and it's in! City 2 on fire! Two goals in a span of 6 minutes, and Mackay Joyner into double figures, his 10th of the season. And it all started with Jose Kajima. That ability to break through multiple lines. Caden Glover, 17-year-old, the first homegrown player for St. Louis. He will enter. What a year it's been for him. He has made already 5 first-team appearances. This is his... And Glover muscles to win it back. He finds Locker. Kajima speeds forward. Jose Kajima cuts it back. Kajima leads it off, and it's tapped in. Caden Glover, the 17-year-olds. And it's been a second half for St. Louis City. 3 goals, and it's 3-0. Well, Kajima, just so dangerous, draws so much attention. Great vision to find Glover, the first homegrown player in St. Louis City history. Adds to his tally. It's his 2nd of the season. And we will see 2 changes. Kidd and Antwi come off. Braden Benyer making his debut. The St. Louis City Academy player heading on for the first time. The 17-year-olds, what a moment for him as he enters, as does Ryan Dugan, making his 5th appearance. Dugan, somebody who Bobby Murphy said did very well against Houston, gave his team some energy up front, so he's adapted well to playing a bigger role, moving up from the academy now to the 2nd team. As McSorley, well within striking distance, stares down Alex Smur. Brendan McSorley turned away by Smur. Goes through the wall, and Smur was ready for the low strike. Here's Will Schmidt. Ibses now. Oh, lovely cutback. Arias powers one across in the path of Ferris. He'll punt it back into the area, and that makes its way over the crossbar. That's certainly better for Minnesota. You see the ability to work side to side there, switch field. One clearance should do it, and there's the whistle. After 4 in a row without a win, it was a rare cold spell for Bobby Murphy's squad. And now St. Louis City back in the win column.